Hi everybody, and welcome to Once Upon a Scarf. This channel is all about amazing vintage scarves. How to find them, wear them, and appreciate the artistry that so often gets overlooked. Today I've got an incredible story for you, featuring a Paleolithic cave, a legendary designer, a dog named Robot, and chocolate. It all comes together here in this extraordinary silk scarf from 1955, issued in extremely limited numbers by the house of Christian Dior. I've talked about his scarves before, and I'll link in the show notes. This one is something very special because it's a gift scarf, meaning it was specially printed for extra special customers with their name screened right on the silk. This is a one-off for this lady, Madame Georges Menier. It's not surprising she would expect only the best. I'll tell you a little bit more about her later on. For now, the subject. These prehistoric creatures graced the caves at Lascaux, France. They were discovered in 1940 when a teenager's dog named Robot ran down a hole under a tree trunk and the boy followed him along into the darkness. This was perfectly normal behavior in mid-century life. Running down dark holes. What could possibly go wrong? Of course, this adventure went very, very right. Marcel found the greatest series of cave paintings ever discovered, an extraordinary window onto the life of our ancestors, 600 paintings of animals and symbols altogether. The caves were opened to the public in 1948, then reclosed in 1963 because all the humidity generated by visitors was ruining the work. But you can visit recreations of the caves if you happen to be in the Dordogne region. Anyway, when this scarf was created in the mid-1950s, the caves had only been open for a few years, and the paintings were an absolute sensation. Monsieur Dior felt they were an excellent example of the kind of enduring workmanship his atelier strove for. And so he allied himself with this image for his most special clients. The artist, Charin, defies research, but he, she, or they did an amazing job with the creatures, so much so that the House of Dior reissued a version of this scarf in recent times as a salute to the artistry of the past. But let's not confuse the old and the new. Here is the dedication on the old, to Madame Menier. So who was she? Well, as you might imagine, she was a powerhouse style influencer in the haute monde of Paris. She was the wife of Georges Menier, the fourth generation heir to the Menier chocolate factory, which, at the time, was the largest and most beloved bonbon maker in France. Was there money? Oh yes. And was there beauty? I'll let you be the judge. Here's a drawing of the young Madame Menier. And later, here is her portrait by an artist you may recognize. The former owner of this scarf had Modigliani on speed dial. It's crazy. Which brings me to the even crazier part of this story. Versions of this scarf had sold at auction for over $1,000, with loads of publicity and the usual meticulous auction house write-ups. Meanwhile, I found this one on Vinted France for 42 euros, about $44. Which brings me to the big point of this video. The vintage scarf market is bat-flap insane. There's no consistency in the pricing, nor in the ability of most people to assess value. Sellers will sell old stuff for very little because Google can't tell them where to put their price tag. What this means is crazy bargains are out there if you know what to look for. With old Dior, that's this eyelash fringe hem, heavy silk and beautiful artistry in the design. It may not have great resale value immediately, but I believe in future this will change. It all comes down to this. You too, for the price of a week's worth of takeout coffee, could own a silk square that was made for a queen of her social world. I think you should go after it because after all, you're worth it. Happy hunting.